Hey, good afternoon. The following four videos are about, I separated the signs based on how much Mars Pluto opposition and this new moon in Scorpio is going to affect you. We are all 12 signs, and the tier one signs are the ones that are most connected to Mars. The tier two signs are most connected to Venus, which is the antidote or an antidote of Mars. Because Mars is how we get violence. Mars is how we get polarity. Mars is how we get trauma, whether it's intergenerational, whether it's ancestral, whether it's the cutting of the umbilical cord. And so Mars, as the god of metals and ruling Tuesday, this weekend and this new moon in Scorpio that covers our elections, we have a stark choice of, do we choose our individuated selves, our ego selves, which is about me, mine, mine, no judgment. Because you don't expect an adolescent to give you a treatise on executive ability and wisdom, do you? You expect an adolescent to behave in a self centered manner unless they're getting advice from a trusted mentor. Well, America is very much at the throes of its ending of its adolescent development. And we've only 248 years. It takes Pluto 250 years to go around the solar system. So we are having our Pluto return as we speak. So, question Pluto says, will you regenerate? Will you let go of your ego, fear, and expectations and have them die to regenerate into a higher, deeper, more inclusive connection? Hmm. So, tier one, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn. Your shadow energy is agendas. Are you giving to receive? That's a manipulation. Or do you give freely? Tier two, Libra, Taurus, Cancer. Your shadow is gut realization. My gut told me. Well, if you're not reflecting on these gut realizations, then that's just like a toddler or a child, or, when I was a child, I spake as a child. That's the part of you that just gets caught up in my values, my home, my family, my. Yes, Libra, you got the scales, which you could be neutral, but inaction on the mind, tolerating intolerance, tolerating non reflective or non inclusive behaviors is a major cause or is the cause of all disharmony. Libra, Taurus, my values, Cancer, my family, no matter what. The third tier is Pisces, Leo, and Aquarius. And the shadow there is excessive fantasy or excessive desire. The heart wants what the heart wants. Well, the heart is also a part of the body. And we can't fulfill all our desires no matter what. But desire in of itself, lust in of itself, the energy in of itself. And I got the selenite. And the selenite is supposed to bring our angelic guidance, our wings, so to speak. And it is said, or rumored in the Bible, that the angels were envious or coveted our free will. I don't give a flying fuck whether or not you believe any of that. Just take it as metaphor that there's a part of our mythology that these extraterrestrials, these other beings, might actually be envious of our heart centered ability to choose. Hmm. Anyway, the excessive desire of the heart wants what the heart wants, it's a balancing point between the ability to recognize the integration of the ego and the soul, the limits of the physical body, but the transcendence of it. Remember, patience, but patience and impatience are on a spectrum, and we're here to move into timelessness. And the timelessness is our inclusive, profound relationship to our rooted souls. Fourth tier, Virgo, Gemini, and Sagittarius, the four signs of humanity. You can get caught up in the facts, the intellect, the so-called or the alleged superiority of the intellect and our communicative abilities to turn our images into words and do spin, you can think it's higher or better than our instinctive animal nature. Yeah, that's like ah, dancing while watching your feet. Or shit, having sex where you're looking at yourself in the mirror instead of having an instinctive physical and emotional connection with whom you're having sex. Point here is hashtag facts may be okay, but with this Mars Pluto opposition, it's about you leaning in to your intuition, you Geminis, you Virgos, you Sagittarian people, and understanding that you may not have the answers from the intellect. Matter of fact, wholeness comes from the soul and from the heart and gut. Appreciate you listening, and if you want to know more, belief is not required.